Welcome back, traders. Second portion of our show, Market Movers. Doing it a little bit late today due to some technical difficulties here. But anyways, let's start out with the stock that's really kicked off this break here, Dennis. J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, Joel. J.P. Morgan breaking down here significantly after reporting earnings this morning. Street not liking the news. I guess this is buy on rumor, sell on news. The stock has been moving up into this earnings report. Everybody thinking it's going to be good, and they've disappointed. The stock is down $1.50 right now, trading at 35.30 after closing at 36.85. We got a little bounce off the 35.13. Looks like we're trying to move down to retest that low right now. Market's down 17 now, so really rolling over here, Joel.
Yeah, we looked at support in that stock at the $35 level. There was a low last Friday at 35.14. And then on Monday, we actually hit 34.99. So that's going to be excellent support here, and the stock seems to be holding in there. Cut through that 35 level, Dennis. We're looking at 34.40 and 34.33. Which would be a real big move for that stock today. Coming back on the upside, 35.86 high. That yesterday's low, 36.17. You got a gap to fill, but the range could be in the day for J.P. Morgan here. Dennis could just bounce between this 35 and this upper high 35.86.
All of your financials are moving in sympathy with JP Morgan, none more than Citigroup. Citigroup is really bouncing around a lot here this morning, trading actively. Got as low as 29.89, bouncing off of that 30 area that we were talking about on our earlier show. 31.60 is where it closed, so it's down $1 here. It has bounced off that 30 area. That's probably where I'll continue to give that area as support. If we start to take out the 29.89 low, then I probably wouldn't want to be long it, but if we can hold that intraday low here, maybe the stock can continue to get a little bit of a lift.
Yeah, just taking a look on the upside. So far, the current high at 30.89. It's three ticks above yesterday's low, 30.86. So you really don't have a gap situation there. If, in fact, though, this thing could break above the 30.90 level, look for a test at the close at 31.60. Coming back on the downside, that 29.88 number. Below that, Dennis, there's two other lows that you have to worry about, 29.66 and 29.74, which were the lows on Tuesday and Wednesday. So things are going to get real tough if, in fact, they do make a new low there. There'll be a lot of bids underneath that.
Financials are your major mover here today, so let's just focus on a couple other ones here. Goldman Sachs, GS, is starting to break down here as well. Trading over 100 there a couple days ago, closed over 100 at 101.21. Is down over $3 right now, trading at 97.87. So all of your financials seem to be weak here. Everybody's disappointed off those JP Morgan numbers. Goldman Sachs does report, I think it's next Wednesday. So I'm looking at it, $95 if you look down here. That could give you some support here. I don't know if that comes into play today, but maybe that's where it moves to over the next couple of days. But that 95, you can see we topped out there in the middle of December, again later or earlier this year before breaking out. So if you think that resistance becomes support, that 95 could come into play, Joel.
Yeah, this did spend a couple measly days over $100, but did gap down. And if you were quick, you still could have sold it above yesterday's low, which was 98.26. This 97 seems to be real good support. You had a low back on the 11th, the 10th at 97.04. So that 97 area is huge support. If, in fact, that 97's taken out, I do see that old high support at 95.11, but things could get dicey down to the $93 level if in fact this 97 doesn't hold.
Morgan Stanley moving as well, Joel. That's trading down almost 4% here at 16.50 right now after closing at 17.17. Similar chart to the Goldman Sachs, where been running up here. JP Morgan reports obviously disappointing and all your financials pulling back. I look at this $16 area. That's where in the middle of December we had a high there. Pulling back, we've kind of broken out through there. If you think, again, that resistance becomes support, that 16 area might give some support. What do you think on Morgan Stanley, Joel?
Man, this is some really good support here, Dennis. You had the three prior lows were between 1649 and 1665. We did get to 1635. We're in here, hovering in here, along with the market. If it does in fact make a new low, then looks like we're going to get a test of the $16 level. You had two lows, one last Friday at 1580, and then on Monday at 1593.
One more financial for you. Bank America stocks trading down again with the J.P. Morgan numbers. Got up to $7 there, Joel, a couple days ago. Now, boom, all of a sudden down to 650. This stock has been on a heck of a run ever since we took out that 5 low there. Everybody was throwing in the towel there. That, I guess, was the end of the sell-off when everybody throws in the towel when it got under 5. It's been straight up ever since then, getting as high as 7. Now trading in the 650 area. 50% retracement would obviously be around $6, which is 50 cents lower than here. What do you think about Bank America?
It's funny because the other day, I mean, I don't know how quick they were on CNBC, but they did get on to say that Bank America was trading over $7, traded to 702, and then peeled back. I mean, this to them spinning off the Merrill Lynch division and trying to shred some of that excess fat it has. But from a purely technical standpoint here, this 650 is real big. You had four lows between 644 and 666, so call that whole area 650. If in fact this 650 can't hold, I look for us to go meander back down and test those lows from earlier in the week at 619 and then last Friday at 606.
I want to just give a quick note out. There is a merger here, or a potential merger today. GGC getting an offer from WLK for $30 a share. GGC trading well above that right now at $33.23. So it's taking off here. Obviously, maybe they think there's some other suitors or something there. WLK kind of just been hanging out here. It got up as high as 53.11 today before pulling back. It's actually trading down on the day now at 51.17. So WLK a little bit weaker on this takeover, but that's a stock that's had a heck of a run here too. Joel, anything you wanted to comment on those?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess initially they liked that move. They popped it up to 53.12, taking it well above 52.44, which was yesterday's high. Coming back, this 51.24 is where it settled yesterday. If it can't mount a rally back above that, that 51.24 level shortly, I'd expect it to perhaps come down and test that 49.76 low that it currently has.
A stock that's been trying to hold up today is DuPont. It's actually trading down only 4 cents. It was trading up as high as 48.40. We talked about that 48.50 area being resistance. Looks like 48.40 has held. Stock is trading down right now 4 cents. It was featured on Mad Money last night, so if you're wondering why it has such good relative strength today, Jim Cramer was propping the stock. He has a lot of followers there. He has, I think 400,000 or 500,000 Twitter followers alone, plus the millions and millions of people that watch that show. So when he features a stock, it often can get a pop-up the next day just from the retail traders coming in and buying it because they all seem to follow his calls. I don't know if they're good in the long run, but in the short run they do seem to work. So DD is holding up pretty well here, Joel. Anything you want to comment on DuPont?
Yeah, it's just kind of classic, the kind of formations that we try and talk about, be consistent with is the double and triple tops, and this thing had a triple top back in early December, 48.30 to 48.41. It hit 48.50 in the pre-market. So maybe on a day where the overall market was a little bit better, it might have been able to actually challenge that resistance. I mean, who knows? Maybe Kramer has orders to sell that at 48.40. Using his popularity to. But anyways, it's at 48.40, 48.50. It's not only a good level for today, but it's going to be a good level over the next few days as well as it tries to challenge 50. Coming back on the downside, you really didn't have much of a gap situation. Under this 47.84 level, we have yesterday's low at 47.29. But it seems as though, as with the SPOOs firming up here a little bit, chances are we're not going to see that 47.29 level today.
There was a couple other ones that we posted up there on the Market Movers site. I'm not going to go over them. Diamond Foods getting reinvestigated by the SEC's been investigating. The feds are getting involved. MBLX is down significantly. It's your big loser, down over 55%. And JDAS is trading down actually as well on their earnings report. So those are the other ones to highlight. Obviously, we have a long weekend here, so we won't have a show for you on Monday with the markets being closed, but we will be back with you Tuesday. Anything you want to close with, Joel?
No. The markets finally has given back some of that rally as we approach the $1,300 level. I know earlier we had talked about getting 3 closes above the 1280 level for a confirmation for the move up to 1350. Well, we got those 3 closes, and then the J.P. Morgan's numbers come out. So let's see if the market can muster back some energy and get another close above that 1280 level. If not, who knows? We may just be heading back into the old trading range. Folks, have a good weekend, and we'll be back with you on Tuesday.